If you're getting to the end of the day feeling exhausted because you've been putting out fires all day, jumping on important things and urgent things that keep popping up, and you realize at the end of the day that nothing off your checklist or to-do list actually got done, I'm going to give you a simple solution today that you can be working on and implementing in your life right away that can help solve this problem. Let's dive in. Hey guys, I'm Gwendolyn. I'm the content creator's best friend. I'm here to simplify content creation for you so that you can get back to what's most important in your business. Today, we're talking all about efficiency with your time so that you can get more done in less time and stop getting to the end of the day feeling just depleted and then realizing that nothing important actually got done. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want more information on how to get more done, how to create more content in less time, and how to be most efficient with your life and business. Okay, so today we are talking all about time blocking. This may be something that you have heard before, this may be something you have tried before, and this may be something that you are adamantly opposed to because it is too regimented in your mind. When in reality, time blocking is something that can give you a lot of freedom and can really help you with your life and business. So first of all, what is time blocking? Time blocking is where you segment out your time so that you can get more done in one block of time and then be able to move into another block of time that is for something different. For example, I block out time for my business, for my home life, for my children, for my husband, for my house cleaning. All those things are segmented and they all have segments inside of them. So inside my time that I have to work on my business, I also have time inside of that where I network, where I take calls with clients. So why does time blocking work? You are not taking things as they come to you. The urgent is always going to pop up. You will always have fires to put out. There will always be something urgent coming up in your life, and maybe it's outside of the time that you have blocked for something. But when you take it down and you really look at it, is the urgent really what is important? And it helps you keep that focus on what is important, not what is urgent. For instance, when I have someone reaching out to me for a podcast interview, or maybe they want a quote from me or something like that for a publication, and that pops up in my email, it's something that I think is really urgent instantly. And I'm like, oh yeah, I need to respond to this person really quickly before I forget. Instead of saying that, make sure that you have a time block where you always answer emails at that time every single day. And then go to your checklist and make sure it's on your checklist. Respond to this person for that time block. That way you can get back to what you were working on that had nothing to do with answering emails. And you can actually get more done because you have taken 1 second to make sure that you remind yourself when it is the right time, but you can go back to work on what you were working on and not have that weight of, oh, I gotta immediately answer that email. And the more you get interrupted the less you actually get done on what's important. So how do you time block? For me, I started with a time audit. I had to really diagnose where was I wasting time. And again, it doesn't feel like you're wasting time in the moment. We're doing things that are really urgent. They're things that seem important in the moment. And they are important. It's not that they're not important. It's just that they came up at the wrong time. And just because they came up then does not mean you have to deal with them then. So grab your time audit below and take stock of where you are wasting time. I recommend you do this for 1 day, but you could do it for more to just see where you are wasting time, where you are efficient with your time. When you start with that time audit, then you're going to go in and start really blocking out the time. So do you need time for business? Do you need time for your brand? Do you need time for your family? Do you need time to cook? What are the times of days that we could block off in 30-minute segments all the way down to 3-hour segments, 4-hour segments, whatever it is, and get those segments on a daily schedule? Now for me, I really like actual pen and paper planners. So I'm going to show you the tool that I use, but using Google Calendar can work exactly this way. What tools can you use? Like I said, Google Calendar will work just fine. I'm not going to even show you that because I assume that you know how to put an event in a Google Calendar. But I will show you my hourly planner that I use. So this is my passion planner. It actually comes in really great covers, and I actually have two. The other one is my fancy cover. This is my 2020 planner, And I got it in black so that I could put my word of the year on here, and of course the year and everything. But this is the Passion Planner. I have a link down below for that. So this is an example of my spread here. I've got all my time blocking, and as you can see, I've got a key down here for what it is. But you also have monthly spreads inside. So as you can see, there's monthly spreads. But this is an example of what a week looks like. So I've got my personal time, which is my morning routine every single day. I've got the time that I go to sleep every single day. And then I only have these times to work, which is a total of about 20 hours. And that's because my kids, when they're not in quarantine, this is when they were in school from 9 to 1. So I have those blocked off. Now, the times that don't have any time frame here, like on the weekends, sometimes I fill in some work time there. I always give myself about an hour between just to have that fluffer time, just in case I need to expand one way or the other with these things. But it also helps me shift from being in work mode to being in, house mode or family mode or whatever it may be. So it helps me kind of do that. So of course this one as well is like time with my husband, or just time to chill out and in my day before I go to sleep. So I like having a little bit of a gap between things. You don't have to, but I really like that for myself. The reason I like the Passion Planner is, of course, because it is hourly, and there are other options out there for hourly, but this one I really like. I like their monthly spreads. And then they've got the to-do list, the work, and the personal. Now, I use these sometimes, but if you haven't seen my to-do list revamp, you'll see why I don't always use this space, because I have one on my phone that I use a lot. But this space is great for trackers or whatever you may want to use it for. And then you can keep track of things like, you don't have to use it for this. You can keep track of something else that you want to keep track of here. They got some great quotes, but ultimately I like having my hourly spread out and giving myself just this way of using it. If you like different color highlighters, I really like this brand. I always called it midliner, but I guess it's not. It's a mild liner. I obviously wasn't reading it right, but there's two sides. So you've got the really fine point, and this is the side I mostly use of a highlighter. And I mean, I've got every color you can think of here. And then these are my favorite pens that I use. This is the Bic Atlantis Exact Fine Point. And that's what I use for doing the outline and then writing things in. But again, this is what you're going to see inside the Passion Planner, and it really just helps with my time blocking. For me, this really works because now I'm able to focus on the right things at the right time and still get to the important things. But they're important in the right time frame. I had to really get to the point where I knew what was important at the right time and realized that the things that popped up did not have to be important in that moment. They don't have to be urgent unless you give them that power. So there may be things that, of course, are life or death, or you need to jump into because of family reasons or whatever. But normally things can wait, clients can wait, and you can wait to answer things at the right time. So don't let things distract you from what's really important. And the best way to do that is to have an hourly setup where you can effectively time block. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to grab your time audit and go ahead and get started on auditing your time and diagnosing where you're wasting time. And of course, if you want my planner, I have a link down below. If you want to see how I have totally upgraded my checklist to work with my time blocking system, make sure you subscribe so that you can see that video coming out next week.